Welcome again for topic 4 on career counseling module, which is job searching, networking, and job application. And here we will also talk about CV or resume and cover letter or job application letter. Now, traditionally, a lot of career advice, professional career advice, the work of career coach or career counselors. So they talk about CV, cover letter, and interview tips, majority. Or let's say not about the career coach or career counselors, but the demands, the needs, the requests the counselors and coaches receives is more than 90% is about how can I write my CV, how can I write a cover letter, how can I apply for a job, or how can I pass my interviews. Yeah, so those are the common requests of job seekers or career developers to career coaches and the counselors. Okay, so but of course, as I said in earlier topics, under the career counseling module, career coaching, career counseling is wide, is broad. Yeah, it's not only on those 3 areas or 4 areas, but it is broad. So you have to do self-assessment, self-understanding. You have to do exploration of career options. You have to set goals. Then, yeah, you need to understand how can you look for job, how can you search for job, CV, cover letter. Nowadays, networking is very important. So we're also going to learn how networking is very important, and how can you benefit from networking, and how can you build connection or professional connection or relationship with people. And then the interview tips, different job testing, and the different interview tips or interview technique. Then how can you maintain your job, how can you develop and grow your job, and lastly is on managing career change and transformation process, why people change jobs, why people move from one job to another, and how can you migrate, how can you move from one job to another, from one company to another. Okay, so back to topic 4, job searching, networking, and job application. So we are going to learn what is job searching and what is job application, what is the difference between job application and job searching, what is networking and why networking is very important. Yeah. Then we are going to learn about cover letter and CV or resume, the difference between CV and resume. Also learning about different job aviso, job announcement, or job advertisement. Yeah. And lastly, some practical exercise on how to write cover letter, resume, and how you can build connection, professional connection. Yeah. So why do we learn this? So the learning objective is, first of all, is to know the do's and don'ts on your cover letter and the CVs. So what information you can put on your CV and what information you can't put on your CV. What information you can put on a cover letter and what information you cannot put on a cover letter. So it's about the contents, it's about the flow or the structure of the cover letter and the CV as well. But also different CV format or resume format or template. Also understanding different job avis or job announcement, the qualification needed for different jobs, and the information you need to customize your cover letter and your CV or resume. Yeah. And lastly is about networking. So networking activities and the importance of networking. Okay, so let's start with just like refreshing ourselves, or like an icebreaker. So 4 or 5 terminologies. One is what is employment, who is an employee, who is an employer, what is a work or work, what is a job, what is a job description. Yeah, so in this topic is very important to understand before we start about the employment. So what is an employment? Who is the employer? Who is employee? What is a job? What is a work? Is it the same? And then what is a job description? Yeah. So employment is a legal and a mutual relationship between two parties or between two individuals, employer and employee, or one company and another company, whereby the employer provides work and pays for the work, and the employee is willing to provide or to trade their expertise in exchange for money, which is salary or wages. So what is very important is the agreement. And the agreement must be mutual and it must be legal. Legal means governed by the law. You can take one another to the court. You can issue when there is a breach of contract to the law, to the court. Yeah, so it has to be legal and a mutual agreement. Mutually means both parties need to have consent. They need to agree. Yeah, both parties need to have consent. There must not be forcible or one side taking advantage of the other. So it's a legal and a mutual agreement between the two people or two parties. One is providing work and willing to pay for the work, and the other one is selling the expertise in exchange for money or any form of remuneration or rewards. So the employment can be for short time or long time, and it can be for full time or part time. Short term can be, let's say, 1 year or less employment contract, and a long time employment contract can be more than 1 year to infinity. Part-time and full-time. So full-time you can work from morning to evening, from 8 to 5 or from 8 to 6 or from 7 to 6. That is full-time, from morning to evening. And the part-time you can work for a few hours a day, let's say from 8 to 12 or from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. or to 6 p.m. or maybe 2 hours a day. Yeah, so that's part-time job. Employer, as I said, is a job provider, is a company owner, or is a business owner, and the employee is someone who is trading the expertise, willing to trade the expertise and knowledge and the skills in exchange for money. Someone who are working. So employees or the staff, yeah, people who are selling their expertise in exchange with salary or wages. So job. So what is a job? So job is a position, job is a title. Like I'm a career counseling specialist. That's my title. I am a career coach. That is my title. I'm an accountant. That's a title. I'm a lawyer. I am a judge. I'm an English teacher. So that's the title or position. While work is the list of tasks and activities, the list of responsibilities or duties under a job. So it's what the job holder do or does. Yeah, so we call it work. So what is your work? The responsibilities, the tasks and duties listed on one is job. So that is work. And lastly, job description. So job description, this is a document tells you about the job, the position of the job title, the relationship, the reporting relationship, which department or section or unit that job falls, a summary of the job, list of responsibilities and duties, and the qualification of the job holder. So job description, this is a template, is a document, detailed document explaining the position of the title, the reporting relationship, where do you report it to, who supervise you, and who are you going to supervise, and in which department, section or unit, and then summary of your responsibilities, then a detailed list of tasks and responsibilities, then the qualification of the job holders, and others also include the competencies for that position or the competency in that company organization. So that is a job description. Okay, let's talk about job application. Job application process is about writing a CV and cover letter and submitting your application. However, under career coaching and career counseling, we say job application process is personal branding process or act. It is how you want the employer to think or feel about you. It is how you want the employer to think or feel about you. So you put information on your cover letter and the CV which will attract or impress the employer or the recruiting company or agencies to call you for an interview or to hire you. So it's about personal branding, putting relevant information, the information needed or the information which will be under the interest of the employer so that they can call you for an interview or so that they can hire you. Yeah. So that is why nowadays we are talking about you need to customize your cover letter, you need to customize your CV or resume. Yeah, so do not use the same cover letter or the same CV in all jobs. Change your CV or resume, change your cover letter according to the requirement or qualification put on the job announcement or job advert. Yeah, so we call it customization of CV and customization of cover letter. Yeah. Then we have a different CV format, we have a different cover letter format. You can just make users of Google and try to understand the different CV format and different cover letter format and customize the one which is relevant in your environment or in your context. Yeah. You have been taught in schools, primary schools or secondary schools, the university, how to write cover letter or job application letter or any of official letters. So just use that standard to customize whatever format of cover letter and the CV you will come across. Now, the difference between the job application and the job searching. Okay. So job application is reactive. Is a traditional way of applying for job. You see job advert, you know you have the qualification, you have your CV wherever in your laptop, in your phone. So you just look for the email address, then you send your CV. That's reactive. You see job job advert, then you submit your CV and cover letter. So remember, some jobs they will only say share with us your CV or share with us your LinkedIn profile. So that is being reactive. Yeah, that's being reactive. While job searching is your process. Is your process because it is a 5 steps process. Whereby the moment you see job aviso or job announcement or job advertisement, before you apply, just read the job advert, understand the requirement, understand the deadline, understand the document they need you to submit. Yeah? Then do the following. There is a pyramid structure on how to do job searching. So step number 1, do industry research or specific sector research. So which industry does the employer coming from? Is it hospitality industry, international organization? Is it NGO, health sector, telecom sector, financial sector? Yeah. So just read about that particular industry and sector, what kind of people they normally look for, and what kind of qualifications they normally look for. Step number 2 is update your LinkedIn profile. Make sure your LinkedIn profile is updated. Make sure your LinkedIn profile is relevant in terms of experience, the skills, the qualification, success and achievement. Step number 3 is networking. So networking with people in the relevant profession, networking with people in that particular organization or company, from the employer or the recruiting company, and in networking with people in a profession. People in a profession, in that company, and from the same industry. Yeah, so networking with people from the same industry, from the the employer or the recruiting company and from your professions. Why? Because they will share with you some tips, some information about the position, about the job, about the qualification, the skills, the knowledge you need to have, the learning needed, the training needed, and so on and so on. And networking also, you can get inside information as well, which will place you in a more successful position. Then step number 4 is researching about the job and the employer. Yeah, look for information about the position and the employer. Yeah, and about the employer, you can read from the company website. You can talk to people. Yeah, what kind of business are they doing? What kind of service are they providing? What kind of people are working in that organization? The position you are going to apply for, is it a new position or is it a replacement? So if it's a replacement, why did the other person leave? Okay. And you can, when you read from their website, you will find the vision, the mission statement, when the company was founded, the success, the challenge they're going through. So you need to have the employer's information at your fingertips, because if you go to the interview, then they may ask you a question like, what do you know about us? Why do you want to work with us? Yeah, so a lot of information you can find from the company website or whatever newspaper or newsletters or brochure about the company. And the last step now, step number 5, is customize your CV, customize your cover letter and CV, and apply for the job. So that is job searching process. 5 steps on job searching process. Industry research, LinkedIn, networking, job searching and employer searching, and lastly is customizing your CV and cover letter and submit your application. Now we talked about industry. So industry, examples of industry. So we have financial sector, we have education sector, health sector, telecom sector, farming sector, agriculture sector. Yeah, so it's about what companies operate in those sectors. Yeah, so we call it a list of companies and the different industry and the sectors. Okay, so when you're going to do employer search or research, or job search and employer research, so what kind of information are you going to look for? One, as I said, is about when the company was founded, the vision and the mission statements, the financials, their financial performance, read about the organization structure, read about their business or the objectives or the services they are providing, the structure in terms of where will your position report to, is there a possibility for career growth and development, yeah. Again, for the position, is it a new position or is it a replacement, and why did the other person leave the company, yeah. Then networking with people inside that company organization. Try to look for inside information so that you can position yourself in a better position to get the job. Yeah, then you update your LinkedIn profile according to the industry and the job. Okay. Now let us talk about networking now. So what is networking and why networking is important? So professionally, networking is about building relationship. It's about building connection, yeah, with people who will support you, support your career development or business development. So you network or you build connection, relationship for career information, for business information. To get to know available career opportunities or job opportunities outside there, or business opportunities outside there. Yeah, so through networking you can get, you can reach your employer, your next employers. Through networking you can reach to your business partners. Through networking you can reach to your customers, to your clients. You can reach to your market, and so on and so on. Yeah, so that's the intention of networking. It's building connection. It's building a professional relationship. Yeah. So when you network, as I said, possibility of getting information about the job, You will know how and where to apply for the job. You will know the kind of people you can contact with or you can network with. Yeah. The kind of learning and training needed to different jobs. Some tips about the job, how to write cover letters, CV, how to get to master your interview, and so on and so on. Yeah. So networking with like-minded people, people with knowledge and experience, especially the ones who are more experienced than you, the ones who are more senior than you. Yeah, that's the kind of networking or relationship we're talking about. So remember, the professional networking is not about looking for your spouse, your next spouse, your husband or wife. It's not about boyfriend and girlfriend. No. It's more of career information. It's about business information. Yeah, maybe you may find your boyfriend and girlfriend through professional networking, but that's not the basis of our discussion or of our training. Okay, so what are the approaches to networking? So what are the networking activities? So you can network with people through your schools, colleges, and university. You can network with people through mentorship program, apprenticeship program, volunteering program, internship program. You can build connection through having part-time job. We call it side hustles or entrepreneurship. You can build connection through workplace connections if you're employed. You can build connection through random encounters in social activities when you're traveling or wherever. You can meet people in different places, in social events, in clubs, in bars, when you're traveling, when we go for seminar, workshop, and whatever, on the road, at the church, at the mosque, yeah? And lastly, networking through LinkedIn, the professional networking platform. So networking through schools and colleges, it means your fellow student is part of your network. The teachers, the lecturers, and the academic counselors are part of your network. Maybe the school owners or the college owners are part of your network. The staff, general staff, the admin staff or the college, university, or school is part of your network. Yeah. Then mentorship or mentoring program. Any person who is your mentor is part of a network. So they will. You will build connection with him or her, plus the people who are in his network or in their network. So through mentoring program, and the mentor is a person who you have asked them to volunteer or to accept voluntarily to be your mentor, not to volunteer. So these are the people who are going to teach you, to guide you professionally, helping you, supporting you, advising or guiding you in terms of career information. So they have their own network as well. So you can network through mentoring program, but also job shadowing or apprenticeship. So this program is when you ask to visit anyone at their workplace and learn by observing. So if you want to be a mechanic, so if you want to be a teacher or trainer, so you ask the teacher or the trainer or the mechanic to visit their workshop and observe how they are doing it, and so that you can learn. So learning by observing. And the people who gives you an opportunity to observe them is part of your network. Yeah, the person who is assisting during apprenticeship or job shadowing is part of the network. But also networking through volunteering. In a company organization where you volunteer, so all the people inside that company is part of your network. So you need to communicate, you need to talk to people, you need to share contact with people, you need to have stories, look for common topics, common agenda to have a discussion. Yeah, what is your note? Yeah, what is your connecting point? What are the agendas or issues or information or discussion which united you guys? So wherever you volunteer, so the people you'll find in that company organization is part of your network, the supervisor, the colleague, and so on and so on. You can volunteer in charity organization or faith-based organization, and so on and so on. Then you building connection through side hustles and entrepreneurship. Remember, when you're employed and you are working from 8 to 5, then what are you going to do? What are your own business or project when you are leaving your office after working hours from 5 to 8 p.m. or from 5 to 9 p.m. before you go to sleep, or even to 10 p.m. before you go to sleep. So what are your side hustles? What are your part-time project or activities? That's for employed people. But if you're a student as well, you go to school or to university or college from 8 to 5. Or maybe once, for 2 hours or 1 hour or 3 hours a day, only for the time when you have classes, you have lectures. Yeah. So the days we don't have lectures, so what are you doing? Do you have a time, your part-time activities or project you are running? Yeah. So we learn from Bill Gates, the owner of Microsoft. We learn from Mark Zuckerberg, the owner of Meta, which is now Facebook, maybe Instagram and Twitter. No, Twitter is Elon Musk. So Facebook and Instagram and WhatsApp as well. So they drove out from Harvard University when they saw their side hustle business was promising, was growing. Yeah. So sometimes your part-time business can pay more than your full-time employment or job, but also it can be promising more than what you are studying, and you decide to quit your job or your school or your study. So what is important here is the people you will meet when you are in your side hustle, in your part-time business or project. So the customers, the clients, the vendors, the suppliers, your partners as well are part of your network. Then networking through internship. These are the formal internship program from different companies or organizations. Yeah. So whether it's for 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, or for a year. Yeah. So they are like employment but not employment. So these are the companies which will give you opportunity to learn, to develop skills, to get experience. You are fresh from university or college. You have no experience. So it's an opportunity to practice what you have learned from the university or colleges. Yeah. So some organization pays transport allowance and meal allowance. Others do not, because internship is for you to develop skills, to get experience. Yeah. So these organizations which give you internship opportunity, all the people you find inside those organizations or that company is part of your network. Then we have workplace connections. If you're employed, so the business owner, the company owner, the senior management team, your colleague, your manager, your supervisor, the people you are serving in that company organization is part of your network. So what is very important is good communication, good relationship with people. So workplace connection meaning your colleague, your manager, supervisor, the people you supervise, the people you manage, the people you are serving, the business owner, the senior management team is part of your network. So talk, communicate, share information, share contact, and so on and so on. Then networking through random encounters. You are traveling or you are flying from one region to another, from one country to another for some hours, 2 hours, 3 hours, or a long flight like 10 hours. Yeah. And you are not talking to the people, your fellow passengers. Yeah. On your left or on your right. Yeah. Whether it's in a bus or in a boat or yacht or flight. Yeah. So you need to talk to people. You need to share with people, hello, how are you? What are you doing? What are you working? Where are you coming from? Yeah. Something like that. Then exchange information. You never know if they are going to be your business partner or they are going to be your next employer or not. Yeah. So talk to people, share with people. So that's when you are traveling. But you also can go for social events, social activities, the sports bonanza. You go for swimming, you go for jogging, the jogging clubs and so on and so on, and you meet different people. You go for church activities, the church community, the community activity, or community services. You meet different people there. Yeah, you go to clubbing, social clubs. You go for music, you go to wherever. Yeah, so you meet different people. So you're on vacation, you go for holiday, you meet different people. So we call it a random encounter. Yeah. And the lastly is networking through LinkedIn, which I said is a professional networking platform. Yeah. For job seekers and career developers. So you'll find a lot of information from LinkedIn. So create your account and update your information, your full name, your professional photo, your education, your skills, your work experience, your success and achievement, and add people in your network, add people in your circle. So these people, they can hire you one day, or you can hire them, or they can share with you employment opportunities or business opportunities, or opportunity for scholarship, for learning, for training, and so on and so on. Okay, so that is LinkedIn. That's about networking. So let us move to job announcement or job aviso. Nowadays, I think we are moving from print media to digital media. Employers and recruitment agents, they are now advertising vacant position through social media, through LinkedIn, and through their company website as well. Yeah, so very few people, companies, maybe the government, of course, a lot of government, they put job aviso, job announcement on the print media. So when you review or you come across vacancies or job announcement, so what kind of information do you read? What kind of information are important when you are reviewing a job announcement? So what is important is read the job announcement carefully, because you need that information to customize your CV and cover letter, or your resume and cover letter. So one, get to know the company name or the recruiter's name, the business of the company, the recruiter, the industrial sector where they operate, what is the position or job title, where is the work location, the workstation, physical location, summary of duties and responsibilities, the qualification needed by the job holder, the deadline for the application, what kind of document do you need to submit, application document, CV, cover letter, academic certificate, recommendation letter or referral, or sample of your previous project, whatever. So get to understand what kind of application document you need to understand to submit. Some says only CVs, others say CV and cover letter, others CV, cover letter, academic certificate, and so on and so forth. Then where and how can you submit your application? Is it through email, or is it physical, through the mailing company, the post office company, or you have to drop the application physically in an envelope? Yeah. So how and where do you submit the application? It's very important. And the last is the deadline. So when the deadline to submit your application. So get to understand all of this information from the job announcement. And if you don't find the information, please call them or email them or pay a physical visit. Say, I saw this job aviso and I'm interested in this position, but these information are missing, and they are very important for me as a job seeker to put on a job aviso or job announcement. Okay. So let's move to cover letter. So what is a cover letter and why is it important? So under job application, so a cover letter is a job application letter. And as I said earlier, it is a personal branding document. So CV and cover letter, or resume and cover letter, these are personal branding document. You put in relevant information to attract and impress the employer or the recruiting company. So that's why I call it a personal branding document. So a cover letter is a letter you put information on how you qualify for the position. Yeah, so it's information about your education, your experience, your skills, your success and achievement. Yeah, and experience is 3 parts: general work experience, experience of the supervisory role or management position, and experience in that particular industry or sector. So on your cover letter, it's about your success and achievement, it's about your skills and competence, it's about your education, it's about your experience, which are relevant to the position or to the job you're applying for. Again, the structure and format of the letter. So you have the sender address, which is yours. You have the receiver's address, which is the recruiting company or where you are sending your application to. So you have to put the date when you are writing the letter. There is salutation with the greetings. for the letter, dear sir, dear madam, or signor, signora. Then you have subject of the letter, application for receptionist position, application for accountant position, application for career counseling position, application for English teacher position, yeah, application for director of marketing and promotion, whatever. That's the subject of the letter, which also serves as a title of the letter. Then you have the main body of the letter with 3 or 4 paragraphs about yourself, and the closing statement and the sign off. Yeah. So the closing statement is thank you for this opportunity. I hope my qualification meets the requirement for the position, and will consider my application. I'll be waiting to hear from you. Sincerely yours, your name and signature, or your name only. Please do not put your signature only, because they don't know you. So put your name and signature, or your name only, but not only your signature. So under the main body of the letter, so what information do we put? So paragraph 1, remember we don't put numbers and bullets on a job application letter or cover letter. So we are using paragraphs. So paragraph 1 is about the objective. So declare interest on the position, that I like this position, I want this position. I saw the job advertisement and I'm interested and I'm looking for this position. Paragraph 2 is about your education, any professional qualification. Paragraph 3 is about your experience. Paragraph 4 is about skills, competencies, success, and achievement. And some people merge paragraph 2 and 3, education and experience, they put together. It's fine, it's okay. And please remember, it's a summary. Your cover letter is a summary of your CV or resume. Do not put like everything from your CV on your cover letter, because a professional job application letter is only 1 page. 1 page only. 1 page only. So just put the summarized information about you. That's why I said the main body of the letter is about education and the professional qualification. Then the second paragraph is experience, success and achievement, skills and competence, then closing remarks. Yeah, so that is it about cover letter. CV or resume. Before that, so if you will attend my classroom training, then I normally give people 20 minutes or 15 minutes to write their own cover letter. So I share with them job announcement and ask them to distribute piece of paper and ask them to write for me their own cover letter. Yeah. Okay, so let's move to CV and resume. So CV and resume. So these are the French words. CV, which is curriculum vitae, and some says vitae, some says vitu. So curriculum vitae and resume. So they mean personal biography data, biodata, people's information. It's a summary of your career information. It's a summary of your career information. So both CV and cover letter, CV and resume, they serve the same purpose. It's about your career information. Yeah. So what's the difference between CV and resume? So CV is detailed. CV is detailed. You put all information about yourself: biodata, contact and address, profile, summary of your profile, education, skills, experience, hobbies, interests, success and achievement. Then referees. Yeah, detailed. The project you have done, the research you have done. That's CV. Detail, even 10 pages, 20 pages, it depends. I've come across with a book. Someone drafted his CV as a book, and he binded it and he submitted it physically to our office back then, like 5 or 7 years ago. It was really fun. So CV is detailed, but a resume normally it is short. It's a summarized. Commonly or traditionally, resume is a maximum 3 pages, and more than 3 pages is a CV. And I know some recruiters are confusing job applicants, so they will say send 3 pages CV. Others say send us 4 pages resume. So they use CVs and resume interchangeably, but it's supposed to be maximum 3 pages. That's a resume. More than 3 pages, that's a CV. Yeah. So under CV, you put all information about your career, but resume is just summarized one. Yeah, summarized one. So it's about your biodata, the contact and the address, your education, skills, work experience, hobbies and interests, and referees. Yeah. So on your resume, because it is short, and when you have huge or wide experience, and maybe you have master's, PhD, postgraduate diploma, and so on, you can just redraft your resume, your short resume, by having only the biodata, contact and address, education, work experience, and referees. No need for hobbies and interests, no need for success and achievement, no need for summary of the profile, yeah, other training and skills or other research you have done or project you have done, no need, because you have limited space. Just put the basic information. And in terms of format, again, there is no only one format globally. There is a lot of CV format nowadays, and with the use of AI, artificial intelligence, there is quite different CV format nowadays. So for my learning or my training, I'll just say use whatever format according to the recruiter or the recruiting agency or the employer. But what is important is the contents, the sections or the contents of the CV or resume. That is what is important to me. Back days, we used to talk about the UN format or World Bank format kind of CV, or international organization kind of format of CV, or the government CV format, and so on, or specific CV format according to the industry or sector. Some employers may have when you apply for a job, they will say, please use this format, or put your information on the attached template. So use the given template, and so on and so on. Also on CV, some can put photos, some cannot put photos. Some can also demand the full size photos, others only the passport size photos. So just read the job aviso or job announcement and understand the requirement. So for your CV, the sections and the contents. One is biodata. Second is contact and address. Third is education and professional qualification. Fourth is English, is language and the degree of proficiency. So how many languages do you speak, read, and write? And then fifth is countries of work experience, then work experience, then success and achievement, honors and awards, relevant hobbies and interests, and lastly, referees. Under biodata, so what information do we put? Your full name, date of birth, nationality, sex or gender. So it's your full name, date of birth, sex or gender, nationality. And for marital status as well, the marital status. For marital status, mostly is single, married, or widow. Single, married, or widow. However, some they will put separated or divorced. But from employer's side or recruiter's side, if you put divorced or separated, it raising alarm. It is alerting them like you must have issues, you must have problems, even if it was a fair separation or fair divorce. So for you to avoid the recruiter's biasness, so just put single or married or widow. That's enough. But separated or divorced, some recruiters or recruitment agents are negative about it. Again, sex and gender. We know it's either female or males and not otherwise. But nowadays we talk about LGBTQ, the transgender, and whatever not. My friend, when you are looking for a job, just do what the employer are expecting. Just put the information which will not raise alarm or triggering the recruiters. So just put female or male. The issue of transgender, LGBTQ, not every employers they are happy about it, or recruiters are happy about it. So just be careful. Yeah. Then contact and address. So you put your physical home address. It's your street name, the district or municipality, the region, and the country. Then your phone number or mobile number and email address. Back then we used to have Skype ID, but nowadays there is a Zoom meeting. So maybe instead of putting Skype ID, you can put like your LinkedIn account address. I mean, your profile link to your LinkedIn profile. So email address, phone number, physical location, sometimes the block number, the plot number, or the house number. If you, in your environment, it's part of the physical address. Then education and the professional qualification. So we start with the highest level of education attained to the lowest. But if in your profession there is license or professional certification, so you start with the practicing license first or professional certification first, then PhD, master's, postgraduate diploma, bachelor degrees, diploma to senior high or high school. Yeah, so we don't need your nursery school on your CV. We don't need your primary school on your CV. Yeah, depends on the seniority of the position and depends on the high level of education you've achieved or attained. Even your secondary school education, you cannot put on your CV sometimes. So let's say the minimum should be your high school, then diploma, postgraduate diploma, bachelor degree, master's degree, PhD, then a practice license or professional certifications. Depending on your profession. Yeah. Then other training and the skills. So here you put the training, the short courses you have attended, the online learning or classroom training you have attended, which are not a diploma, bachelor degree, postgraduate diploma, but they are relevant to the position, they are relevant to the profession. They are short courses you have attended. But also the list of your technical skills and soft skills you are good at. So short courses you have attended and the list of your technical skills and soft skills you are good at. Then language and degree of proficiency. So how many languages can you speak, read and write? So on your left you make a list of the languages, then reading, speaking and writing. So is it fair, good, very good, excellent or fluent? Yeah, but not bad. So if it is bad, do not put it in your CV. So it has to be fair or basic, then intermediate or good or very good, excellent or fluent, but not bad. And for the native or for your first language, for your national language or for your first language, we normally put it native language in terms of reading, writing, and the speaking. Then how do you record your employment and working experience in your CV? So we start with the employer name, then the position or the title, then the duration. When did you start working there to when you left the company, organization, or the position? So it's the month and the year you started and the month and the year you left. So it's a company name, organization name, then the position, comma, the month and the year you worked in that organization, dash, the month and the year you left that organization. Or maybe it is ongoing, or maybe it is still to date. Then in terms of tasks and responsibilities or duties and responsibility, it's just a few summary of your duties and responsibility. Do not copy and paste everything from your job description. That's why some of the people's CVs are very long. For every position you copy and paste everything you found in job description. No, just put summary of the duties and responsibilities, like 5 bullets, 7 bullets. But not 20 bullets, that's a lot. Not 15 bullets, that's a lot. Just a summary of duties and responsibilities. Do not copy and paste everything from a job description to your CV or resume. Then success and achievement, honors and awards. So the one we recommend is whether you are the best employee of the month or best employee of the year from your company organization, whether you received a performance bonus, or whether you were promoted at your company organization, or whether at school you are the best student in whatever subject English, mathematics, economics, maybe in debating club, whatever, and you are ranked number 1, 2, and 3. Those are the ranks we normally go for success and achievement. So you are the first or the second or the third candidate, the best student or in different subject or courses or in debating club. Also, maybe you have achieved or you received the medals and the trophies or any forms of awards or appreciation letters in whatever competition you participated, and you were either number 1 or number 2 or number 3. So you can also include it in your CV as part of your success and achievement, as part of your honors and awards. So it's the name of the company, organization, and then the name of the awards and the year which you got or received that award or medal or success and achievement. Then relevant hobbies and interests. So they have to be professional related hobbies and interests. They have to be on job hobbies and interests, and also social or physical being or healthier kind of hobbies and interests, like you have interest in playing football, swimming, fishing, jogging, music, listening to music, or writing music or playing music. You like teaching, counseling, volunteering, reading books, watching movies, writing articles, writing books. Yeah. So they are professional related hobbies and interests, or they are social or physical well-being of a person. Yeah. But do not say you like gossiping, do not say you like eating, do not say you like drinking alcohol. Those are not hobbies and interests which are professional. And lastly, referees. Referees, professional referees. So these are the people who will tell you about work performance, behavior and attitude at the workplace, as well as your academic excellence. So it's about work performance, behavior and attitude at the workplace, your conduct, your characters at the workplace, and academic excellence. So therefore, the professional referees should be your managers or employers at your current company, organization, or previous companies, and also can be your lecturer or tutors or professors from your university. But not your relatives, not your siblings, not your spouse, not your colleague at the same level. No. It's people who can tell about your work performance, behaviors, attitude, characters at the workplace, and the people who can tell about your academic excellence. So the way to record the referees at your CV is their name, the position, the company they worked for, phone number, the email address. So it's their name, the position or title, the company, organization they worked for, email address, and the phone number. So that's how you record referees on the CV. The last part is avoiding recruiters' biasness or employers' biasness. I normally recommend for job seekers not to put the following: your religion, your ethnic group or tribe, and your political affiliation, especially when they are contrary to the business owners or the recruiters or the recruiting company. So do not put your faith or your religion on your CV. Do not put your tribe or your ethnic group on your CV, as well as your political affiliation. So if you are favoring the opposition parties and the recruiters favoring the ruling party, then you're in trouble. If you are Muslim and you're applying for a job from a Christian organization, or if you're Christian, you're applying for a job from Muslim or different religion, some people are biased. So for others, they don't care. It's none of their business. But others cares very much, especially for private companies, especially to the government company as well. So do not put your political affiliation, your political party on your CV, your religion, your tribe, and so on and so on. Because you will be discriminated, you will be segregated from applying for the position. Okay. So thank you so much. So that comes to the end of our job searching, networking, and job application. And again, if it was a classroom training, I will need to ask for the training participant to write their CV and send to me for review and comment. Okay, thanks so much. It was nice to have you. Goodbye.